Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making. Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, Larry W. Brooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we had over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good day. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you every week on the Prime Real Estate Network show. And I want to thank everyone in the audience for tuning in. If you're checking us out live on Facebook or YouTube, get into the comments section and make yourself a part of today's show. You can leave myself or the Texas Real Estate King a relevant real estate question, and we may very well have time to get to your question on today's show. As always, man, today is a very important episode, so let's take some time to share, text, call, email. Let everyone know that this week's episode of the Prime Real Estate Network show has gone live, because today's show is one of the most important shows that the Texas Real Estate King and myself have ever had the opportunity to broadcast to you all. So without any further ado, I want to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he's a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, the proud proprietor of the Pure Hustle clothing brand. I want to thank him for sitting in with us this week, just like he does every week here on the Prime Real Estate Network. And I'd like to introduce to everyone the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. How are you?
Yo, what up, Rick? I ain't got no complaints, man. Things are good. Just, sitting here at the corporate office, just getting ready to go live. And, or as we're going live, have an opportunity to just talk about what's going on in our beautiful city of H-Town, Houston, Texas.
I know, man. Appreciate you for sitting in, man. I mentioned to the audience that today's episode is one of the most important episodes that we've ever had the opportunity to broadcast here on the network. Yeah. Today is Thursday. We are a week past a very large and devastating tornado that touched down here in our lovely city of Houston last Thursday. Yeah. It caused quite a bit of damage, not only to the infrastructure of the city, but also to people's personal property. And there's been a nearly citywide blackout for so many families in the weeks and days after the tornado touched down. So for those in the audience, Mr. Brooks, who don't live here in Houston and have only had an idea of what's been going on from the news reports, can you just describe what it's been like in the past week for not only yourself and your family, but the team over at Brooks and Davis?
Yeah, man, it's crazy because being a Houstonian, I've had the opportunity of living through quite a few of the storms that we've had. I mean, everything from all of the Harveys to ones when I was a child. And I just remember us going out in the streets and playing in this whatever type of water back when I was a child. But man, this one was kind of different, man, because we had a lot of destruction. A lot of times water comes in, water can tear up some stuff, but definitely, having these things hit us back to back, right? We had the water stuff with the rain, the flooding that took place a week prior to us actually having this tornado that came and touched down. And when I say it hit and ruined some things, I'd never seen the city really go through areas of where so many trees were damaged and broken in half, generational trees and stuff like that. Schools being shut down. Even to this day, we have a large amount of our schools in the Houston Independent School District that are not sustainable for students to be in there all day long. At least the AC is out, or there's still trees hanging over and damaged buildings. So man, we just fought. We're fighting through a challenging time, and we're staying strong here in Houston. But definitely us being able to speak on it today, us being able to carry a conversation just to kind of maybe help give some people some insight on some resources that we may have when it comes to their property, man, when it comes to, maybe the hauling off of trees and things of that matter and stuff like that. So just being able to just be here and be a vehicle of advice for people today is why I wanted us to kind of, move past to get reschedule the guests that we had, or in order for us to touch on something that's really important to the city that we play a large role in building and having our families and relationships here.
No, I appreciate you because, they always say with every challenge can come triumph. Mm-hmm. And after every storm is a sunny day. So that's why this past storm and dealing with the challenges of the past week has motivated not only myself, yourself, but our entire team here at Brooks and Davis and the Prime Real Estate Network to debut something for everyone in our audience and everyone in the city of Houston. I want to take some time to introduce the new Prime Real Estate Help Desk. The Texas Real Estate King and myself have been motivated to start this help desk for all real estate emergencies. So 24/7, 365, if there's a real estate emergency, it could be something like plumbing emergency, an electrical emergency, storm damage to your home. A lot of people here locally are dealing with a lot of fence damage. If you don't have access to the type of contacts that Mr. Brooks and myself have as far as builders, contractors, come reach out to the Prime Real Estate Help Desk at bit.ly/Prime Real Estate. Really easy, really simple, bit.ly/Prime Real Estate. For the rest of this episode, you'll continue to see that website scroll across the bottom of the screen. Please save it, keep it close, because right now, when you're definitely dealing with some of the challenges that come with some property damage or failed utilities or being in a blackout for 3, 4, 5 days, when you get your power back, you're going to want to rebuild and get things and get back some normalcy. So I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to work with all the fine crafts people, business people, those in the trades that not only myself, but Mr. Brooks have had access to work with throughout our entire real estate careers. So, Larry, could you just speak to how you've been able to see the city of Houston pull together after the storm to assist each other as far as getting debris out of the streets, helping people get tree limbs off of their roofs? Some people had some roof damage and things fall on cars. What kind of things have you seen in the community that makes you proud to call yourself a Houstonian?
Yeah, man, definitely. Because we're one of the things about us as Houstonians, we're not new. This is not new to us. Like we understand how to come together when things like this take place. But I was just looking at a news, some children, some kids out of Sea King. Man, this was really impressive to me because a lot of times we hear the negative, we hear about all of the bad things that kids have going on, all of the challenges, but just listening to a ex-veteran speak about him just trying to remove some of the limbs from his yard to get them to the side of the street so that when the heavy trash day come, they can help remove some of those limbs, remove them from the property itself. But he was saying that he was out there and he's kind of struggling, an older gentleman, and 6 kids out of Sea King, man. They came, they saw, and they asked if they can assist. They started to assist him, and they worked as a team in order to help move some of these logs. And of course, on the news, they had the imagery of the kids out there doing it, the struggle, the sweat, and then them speaking very well after helping him out and saying that this is just something that our heart led us to do. And so not only did their heart lead them to do it, but then it moved forward and they started to help. The other students at the Sea King started to go through the neighborhood and help people as well. So that's just about community. That's just about giving back out of your heart, man. And so I just really thought that was an amazing story. And I liked it. I enjoyed hearing it, man. And I know that it's going over all over the place and it's not all making the news, but that one's standing out just some young African-American males, kids, 6 of them together, really assisting. And then not only that, that being something that's generated more help going on throughout the community, where they're really just walking around and really assisting people the way that they can. So, man, I thought that was amazing. And, I'm pretty sure more stories like that will come out as we continue to get through this thing together, especially now that we're getting ready to go into hurricane season too. So, we having these kind of challenges, and we ain't even hit the big boy of hurricane season yet.
No, and that's so true. And I urge everyone to take your advice. It just dawned on me how many people check out the Prime Real Estate Network every week who may not necessarily live in Houston, but have parents, grandparents who are still in the city. Let's make sure we give a huge shout out, check on all of our loved ones. Right. And this is especially the Prime Real Estate Help Desk is for all those older citizens, all those parents and grandparents who have had some storm damage. We cannot have those members of our community, those senior citizens, living in conditions because of some of the weather emergencies that we have here in Houston. So if you have grandparents and they've had roof damage, if you have grandparents and they're having power issues, go to the Prime Real Estate Help Desk, submit their emergency so that we can reach out and put them in contact with some professionals who can make sure their living conditions is conducive to them being healthy and with us as long as possible. I know, Mr. Brooks, you have a lot of experience with helping those senior citizens and those that are living alone and having to live under circumstances because they just don't have the energy or the wherewithal to get out there and pick up a hammer and work on their own homes. And some repairs that seem minor for those members of our elderly community are major things. So could you just talk about how important it is for us to look out for not only those older members of our community, but to also make sure that they're taken care of? Because some of them are so independent that they won't reach out. So we got to help them help themselves.
We definitely do, man. And it just reminds me, is the reason why I have a nonprofit called Grandparents Love. It was one of the foundations that it was started upon. I just remember being a younger child, and so many things were needed to be done around the home that my grandmother just could not do. And then sometimes the resources that we thought we had when it came to people were just not there. And so that was one of the reasons why I actually started a Grandparents Love. But to add to what you're saying, yes, reach out to some of those older communities, older people that that or just at home by themselves, reach out to them and just make sure that their needs are being met. Make sure that if there are some trees down, that the community knows and someone can get by there and help them out. I do truly understand that you as one human being may not always have the time, but I guarantee you that there's resources or civic centers that's nearby where there's someone that's there that's like, okay, I can make phone calls, right? Boys and Girls Club, I know I can make phone calls. Like you got people that are out in the community, YMCAs, I can make phone calls. These are places and opportunity. These are places that can also help when it comes to moving at things, because right now, our souls need this, right? We need this gratification of being able to go out, help people, pour into other people. That is so important to human contact, right? And I think about it as I go through and I do my reading, and I'm just one of the things that a lot of people are saying nowadays is that what we're really missing in our society is back getting that human contact. And so, yes, this was a tragedy, but then that tragedy can lead to us getting better as human beings and having more human contact, man. So this is ideal. This is one of those ideal situations where we should definitely be reaching out to people that we know. And for those of you that are in the real estate profession, this is one of those opportunities that you still need to reach out to your past clients. For a large amount of us in the real estate professionals did see a pause to business, right? When those storms come in and you got a house that's potentially getting ready to close, the challenges that come in with, rehabbing to redo inspections and stuff like that. So just make sure that these families are taken care of, and that they, that you, now that you have a resource center. That line at the end, the Bentley plug that we have, definitely that's a resource center, not only for Brooks and Davis and the Prime Real Estate Network podcast listeners, but for other realtors that are out there that maybe not have had an opportunity to generate a team, generate a database of people. So you can definitely reach out to that line as well. And we'll most definitely help you get taken care of too.
And I appreciate you for mentioning that, Larry, because I want everyone in the audience to understand these are resources that clients of ours have always had access to, but we're making this more of a public thing. We want everyone to be able to reach out. Renters, buyers, other agents. If for whatever reason, either the stress of it all or the emergency nature of the situation, come to us. Submit your need at the help desk. And once again, that website is bit.ly/primerealestate. Really easy. It's a nice, cool bit.ly link, bit.ly/primerealestate. Submit your need, and we will contact you within 24 hours and put you with everyone. We'll build a team if necessary. Depending on how major your need is, we can get it all taken care of for you, man. Do not hesitate, man, Larry. So I appreciate you for letting them know that this isn't just a thing for our real estate family, our personal family. This is for everyone out there with a need. If you're out of town and you need to set some things up for a grandparent that's here locally and you know they're not of means or don't have the wherewithal to get that stuff scheduled out, submit their needs. It'll be a great way for you to help organize these things from a distance. Because I know how it is to be out of town and not be able to be there with boots on the ground. Let us be your virtual boots on the ground from that standpoint, man. I appreciate you, Mr. Brooks, man. I know this is different as from our normal Prime Real Estate Network show, but I felt like it was very imperative that we shared this message and also share this information with everyone to let everyone know that we're here for you, good times and bad times. So I know, we have a lot going on. Is there anything that's going on this week in the world of the Texas Real Estate King that you would like to share with the audience? Where you'll be, what's going on? Is there any events you'd like to spotlight currently?
Definitely, man. I want to give a shout out to Champion School of Real Estate. They actually we had the opportunity of participating in the career fairs at several of their Houston locations this past, I think it was this past Friday. Excuse me. And so that was a great event. Very nice turnout. It's definitely good to see that people are still excited about our industry, about real estate, becoming professionals and helping people that are buying, selling, investing in real estate. Also, those that are out there that's looking to be on teams and build teams and stuff like that. Just being able to come in contact with these people and being able to help these students out when they have questions. So that was amazing. And I brought that up to say that I will be at the West location and the Galleria location this weekend. I'll be stopping by just to kind of touch bases with some of the students that we've already came in contact with, as well as just to let them know that we all continue to be a resource here at Brooks & Davis. A lot of people sometimes don't know that we offer an affiliate program where you're able to test drive the real estate company, I say, right? Just like you would test drive an automobile before you drove it off the lot and spent your hard-earned money on it. You get an opportunity to test drive the Brooks & Davis vehicle that we have when it comes to our affiliate program. You can come and listen in on the coaching sessions or come in and take part in some of the lunch and learns when we have title company partners, survey company partners come in and speak to the agents. You're able to, if you're not physically able to come in and get some of that good lunch they bring, but you can time in through one of the links that we can send out to you. So it's definitely a resource to you. So feel free to reach out to us. My cell number, if you want to reach out to me directly, is 281-924-4954. But definitely want to be a resource to anyone that's looking to get active in the industry. And that's what I got going, man. How's your week looking? Your weekend looking?
Hey, look, man, we got a lot going on. Some open houses. I want to give a huge shout out to the team over at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. We had a really successful open house last weekend, even in the wake of the storm that happened last Thursday. So big, huge shout out to everybody who came out. If you're a first-time home buyer and you're looking to make that real estate investment that's going to set your family up to generate wealth now and into the future, take a look at our current first-time home buyer showcase home at 2927 Hackamore Hollow Lane here in Houston, Texas. You'll see more about that. You can check it out at my Instagram page at primerealestateric. Also, once again, like we've been mentioning all episode, the Prime Real Estate Help Desk. It's your 24/7 real estate emergency help desk. You can submit your real estate emergency 24/7, 365 at bit.ly/primerealestate. Once again, you can submit those needs at bit.ly/primerealestate. Man, appreciate you for sitting in with us, Mr. Brooks. Any final words before we sign off on this week's episode, sir?
Hey, listen, please feel free to share this episode. And also, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification bell. Cut that notification bell on so when we go live on Thursdays for the 25 to 30 minutes that we do, you're able to time in and get this stuff immediate and get it live. So definitely that's what I want people to know, man. Share. No stingy.
I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for your time. On behalf of myself, Ric Davis, and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I want to thank you for tuning in. And until next Thursday in the same Prime Real Estate Network hour, everyone out there, please be safe and be blessed.